Hey, Roland Cassidy at Carroll Street Classics. We're talking cars and service over here today. This is a 1987 Chevy Elcamino that came directly out of California. It had a beautiful rust-free body before they painted it. You should see the paint on this thing. It's probably got a $15,000 to $17,000 paint job. There's not a flaw in it. The car we received, it's got 81,000 miles on it, and it hadn't run in a long time, so we took it and did some evaluation on it, compression test and whatnot, and it seemed to smoke a lot, so we figured it was valve guides. We actually pulled the valve covers, and we couldn't believe what we saw. This is something that you couldn't detect. The oil dipstick was clean, and but this thing is so sludged up. Now this is from detergent oil, not using frequent oil changes, or for whatever reason, maybe the carburetor was pouring gas down. Somebody over-tightened the quadrajet carburetor and it was warped. So it was probably draining gas down for quite some time. But you can see this motor, it's all sludged up. I mean, this thing, even the return lines, all the valve covers were clogged, completely clogged. There was no oil getting to the cylinder heads up above. The oil return lines were all clogged. It was just a nightmare. So, and it wasn't wrapping. It actually ran like crap. But there's so much stuff in here that, you know, we didn't want to drain this engine and run like an engine flush system in it. So we went ahead and got a new motor from Jasper Engines, which they provide the same engine, all rebuilt, and they give a 3-year, 36,000 mile warranty. Now, originally this motor was painted black in '87, but we thought we'd do something different. We would paint it Chevy orange. And as you can see, it still has all the emission control systems. Most of the people took that off and threw it away. But we wanted, this thing's pretty original car. We got some billet aluminum valve covers. We got a new air cleaner set up. It came with the water pump kit with new hoses and new belts. So yeah, so we've gone right through this whole thing. But this is a really, really nice car. That's why we spent the money. It's got a steel cowl hood. The cowl hood obviously is not on it right now. But we put a new distributor in it. There was rust in the correct distributor for this car. There was rust in the distributor. Again, just from sitting. A lot of these cars sit. All the emission systems, air conditioning, everything is functional. We got this new billet aluminum Chevy bow tie air cleaner element. And we'll probably, it's got the old school wire element. What else can I tell you about this thing? Yeah, we got plastic on the seats. The thing's got power windows, tilt, cruise, air, delayed wipers. They rhino guarded the back of this thing, which is kind of pretty cool. Tinted back window. And look what they did back here. They eliminated where the license plate would go, and they put the bracket down below. I thought that's pretty cool. And look at the exhaust ports on this thing. It's got a Flowmaster exhaust system, but this car does not have a chip, scratch, nick, bubble, anything in this car. It's phenomenal. Rally wheels, 15-inch rally wheels. It's coming up. And like I said, it's going to have a 3-year warranty. The car itself has 81,000 miles. We've got all the paperwork. We've got a ton of time in this car. We're just waiting for the carburetor. Unfortunately, the carburetor that was on this car, as I mentioned before, we're going to have to get a new carburetor for it because that thing was a problem. It was warped. Somebody tightened it down too much. You've got to stagger when you're tightening a carburetor, you've got to stagger the bolts, and you've got to tighten it evenly. You can't tighten it too much because you'll warp it. It's only aluminum. But so anyway, this is up and coming. Carroll Street Classics. We should have this thing on the website here in the next week or so. We're just waiting on a carburetor and throw the hood back on, tweak this thing, and she'll be ready for spring. You got to check this one out because it's going to be a warranted engine. It's a phenomenal rust-free California car, and it's coming to Carroll Street Classics too, very, very soon. And thanks for watching the video, and we appreciate everyone's interest and enthusiasm about our cars. Have a great day. Thank you.